bring it out to the 25. On first down, Stapleton, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This defense for the Saints, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run the counter. Stapleton, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Burrell. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Powering his way forward. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Mahomes. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Burrell. And that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They'll run on first down. Stapleton, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun on third down, Burrell finding Green complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Burrell. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Mike, 53, Mike. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On second down now, Stapleton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
On first down, Burrell into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We're scoreless after 1. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now here's Mahomes. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, into a sea of defenders have intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the reception made by Green. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Stapleton. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burrell. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 23. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, Montgomery running right through him. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Handoff comes to Montgomery. They're only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Mahomes to throw. Touchdown, Saints. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Bowden now to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. To throw on second down, Burrell. He finds his target, Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Off play action, Burrell. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let him crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. That completes it again to Metcalf. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. David Montgomery, as the first half is winding down, and the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Ravens 7. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break.
Check 50, check 50.
Throwing on 1st down, Burrell. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Burrell. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
7 yards the pickup there.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Second down and 3.
A final shot before break. Burrell. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kenny Moore.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Going for the deep ball. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Five yards remain on second down.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Seibert on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next score, Saints 21, Ravens 7.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Bowden now to return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Burrell, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mahomes now to throw.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And the Saints are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Bowden now to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Burrell. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a run with Montgomery. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
103 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First down.
Yellow. I'm the blue lady. Yellow. I'm coming after you. Yellow. Watch quick. Watch 15.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Mahomes going to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They go play action. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Saints are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
On 1st and 10, Burrell. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Malik McDowell gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st down, Stapleton. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Burrell. It's caught by OBJ. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Get that quarterback. Riggs. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. There you go.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again.
That's going to be caught by Allie Cox.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, why go?
Again, he'll drop to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
He completes it to Beckham. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Cowboy 80. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Hey,
Back to throw again. This will be caught at about the 5. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Stapleton. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Mahomes. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And again, it's Mahomes. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 42. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Flowers. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. And
Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Second and 10.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 53's the mine. 53. Check. 53.
To throw again. Burrell. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 23. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Second and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever